Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. 11th and final frame. Mark Selby, sorry, John Higgins to break.
John Higgins gets another deciding frame underway. We get so many of them here at the Masters. The players are so evenly matched, but at 3-1, Mark Selby led. You thought this is not going to last too long, and then John Higgins won 4 in a row, and we thought it's all over, but never with Mark Selby to win that last frame. But as my colleague right next to me says, in a deciding frame, all you want is just one chance.
Onto that cue ball absolutely tight up on this cushion here, but I don't think it's that bad, although the red in the balk area, whilst not an easy pot, is available. So there's a couple of choices, neither of them absolutely brilliant, but you'd expect John to take that one up in the balk area. Just have a look at the angle on it. So here goes. First attempt at a pot in this important final frame.
Cover that red, but there is one available into the left corner pocket, and you know that Mark Selby definitely take this on. This could give him a decent chance if he can knock it in. Now, is he going to cover that red? Is the green going to come to his rescue? No. So Mark's had his half chance. John Higgins has a much better one.
One.
Unusual there.
6.
John nominated the blue, and was, you know, maybe just a little bit of tension there. You wouldn't normally hear that.
Yeah.
7.
Oh, seemed to ping off the cushion, but good opportunity here. John wants to just to play a cannon into those reds and stay on there, but whether he'll do that now. Well, he did. Didn't move too many reds in position, but this is still okay.
14. There's
still a few reds. In fact, just looking at it, there's still 3 reds available. So he doesn't have to think about cannoning into them just yet. That is in no man's land. He's gone too far for the red at the back and to the right of the bunch, and he hasn't gone far enough for the red that's to the left of the pack. Boy, is that just a little bit of tension. He's let the chance slip away. Amazing.
Yes, he's talking to himself about that shot, but it's gone. Let's play a good safety now, John.
John Higgins, 20. Thanks, Mark. Thank you.
Well, I said play a good safety. That's exactly what he's done. Excellent length on the cue ball. Green's covering the side of the pack.
Yeah, he's just tapping the table with his chalk in acknowledgement of that. Good safety. If he's going to play the ones the right side of the table, he'd have to swerve around the green, and I think he's thinking about doing that. Now what a shot this will be. He's going to have to swerve around the green and catch the red on the right hand side as we look at it. What a shot this will be to get the white back up the table. Oh dear.
Miss.
Well, he won't be having to put them back, but what a mistake he's made there. He got too much swerve and went straight into the green.
Yes, I think he was absolutely frightened of hitting that cue ball out and thinking it wasn't going to come back and catching it thick, and he's gone and hit the green instead. Goodness me. Well, that cost him a place in the semi-final.
1.
Well, John has knocked the black safe for that shot. The reds are nicely spread. The pink is going back onto its own spot. Now, the pink might be available into the left corner. If he can pot the red
7
to the right of the pink, yeah, it will go past the other red. So that's the shot. Just give yourself a little bit of extra time, John. This is your big chance here.
Yes, and he's already got a 33-point lead, so just a matter of accumulating a 30 or 40 break and you're over the line, John.
8.
All about composure at these stages. Can you hold yourself together? Everyone can play in the club, but this is totally different.
Wow, what's he done there?
Check that spot, John.
What has he done here? I mean, that was just a straightforward shot, and does the pink... He tried to hold the spot and he hasn't. Or did he try? I don't know whether he could hold the spot
14.
there.
He tried to hold the spot, Dennis. Exactly what he tried to do. Pink would go on the black spot. This red on the left would be perfect, and he's just run through it. You can see the last final bit of the cue ball there. It's just gone through a little bit too much. You can guarantee he was trying to hold the spot there.
Absolutely he was, as you can see there now.
As it is, do you want to out of it?
He's got a tricky one. Okay, he'll finish on the blue or the pink, but it should have been a lot easier than this.
He's actually a little fortunate he's got this red, because it wasn't one he played on. So, we mentioned earlier, it's about the follow through as well with your cue here. Got to be careful you don't touch the pink with this.
That's one good recovery shot. He needs another
15.
one here. Looking at the angle he's got on the pink, and he's got plenty of room there. Got to come back across the table again to leave that red, and he's going to pass with the pink. There's a red at the back of the 4 that's available also.
21.
Needs to keep running. Has he finished dead straight?
Well, Hawkeye thinks it's virtually straight. It's funny how you just, in the final frame here, and you just want the position to be just right. You're always a couple of inches away from being good. Well, he's 53 points in the lead.
27.
He can't get close to his next ball. Every pot here has got quite a bit of pressure on it.
Yeah, and this is a type of shot that requires good cueing. It's very easy to hit across this. Just having a good look at the angle. There's one good pot away here for me for having this match won, and this is it.
Well, Mark knows that there's a bit of work left to be done yet. He's gone too far with the cue ball, and the green and the yellow are both off their spots, so they're not as easy pots as they would have been.
Yeah, he put all his concentration into potting that last red, Dennis, didn't he? And I don't blame him. Circumstances, he just lost the cue ball a little bit. Now, does anything pot? Is he on that red? Wow. How tight is that?
It's just fractions. Another inch to the left, and this would have been a certainty. It's kicked. That has kicked again because the red straightened up.
I'm just wondering, did he put a bit of side on trying to get in there? I'm just wondering whether it wasn't a straightforward and he's put a bit of side on and it straightened it up. It did look like it jumped as well, but I'm just wondering whether he had to play a bit of side on that. Only John will really know. Oh, what's he done?
Wow. Amazing. He throws his chalk in the air. All he had to do was slide past the pink. So both players are really under it at the moment. John Higgins just couldn't get himself into good position. He's got a 56-point advantage, and if Mark Selby had missed that pink on the way back, he had a great chance to get right back into this deciding frame.
Oh, he sure did, didn't he? What a mistake that is. No wonder he threw his chalk in the air. Oh, anywhere just past that pink, and there you can see it just catches it, and he knew straight away.
Blue.
Well, it's a fabulous blue, but he may not be on the red to this left corner. I think he's gone across too far. Yeah, that is too tight, I think. Well, there's a tricky little place to have the cue ball cleaned. It is so tight, this.
Yeah, the other thing that was bad about that shot is the blue goes back on its spot, and the red on the right-hand side, he'd like to have played safe off. He can't see now. You see directly in a line, blue's not on its spot. He can play off the one behind the pink spot, but that's gone.
Yeah, there is an escape route. Off that red, he can find the gap and get back up the table. I think that's the one that he's playing. Or was he? There's no way he can pop that. He'd have to play it so much side. Well, he's coming up to a minute and a half's thinking time. As I said, the red I mentioned, he can get back down the table. He's a bit frightened because he knows one mistake and it's all over, so he's trying to keep things as tight as possible, but that's the only shot I can see that he can get back down the table off. I think he's playing it now.
Yeah, just got to hit it a little bit harder and you can knock other reds into play, so I understand it, but he's played a fantastic shot there. As he covered it. That was about as good as he could do, Dennis, wasn't it? But I don't know whether John Higgins can get this back red. Great effort that was.
Well, he can get to the potting angle. He can. What a big shot this is. Wow. I think he might have got away with that, because I don't think the red that's near the black spot goes into the corner, and if it doesn't, what a result John's had there. And there you see it doesn't pot. He's just trying so hard to get over the line, John Higgins, and hitting them a little bit harder than he normally would do.
Yeah, he flicked a bit of side on there, got it thick, and well, he can definitely thank his lucky stars with that as a break, because to hit that many reds and to see that many balls move around and not leave one is a massive result. Lots of things happened there, but all of them were in John's favour.
Well, I'll tell you what, that, John, is probably the best shot of this year's Masters.
Well, you said earlier that was shot of the night. That's just usurped it. What a shot that was. Absolutely brilliant. To get that work on the ball and put it there, fantastic shot.
Oh, you miss.
And that
Mark Selby.
will be going straight back, and this is an absolute load of trouble for John Higgins. All the balls are in potable positions. If he gets out of this without leaving one, he'll be doing very well. Okay, pink and black maybe tied up, but the rest of the reds aren't.
Foul. You miss.
Well, can you believe
Mark
it?
Selby,
He's
6.
managed to hit the pink and black and put them into play, and if there's a red on, well, no, he's going to have to put them back, because in fact it's so tough to get out of this. I mean, how he hit the pink and black there is amazing. It'll take a while to get these back into position.
If he'd have had a perfect angle on a red there, there's no way he'd have been putting these back. But as you say, Dennis, he's pink and black were separated in potable positions, but the first red must have been no good. And this will take a while. All because of this shot, Dennis.
Okay, sorry.
Well, you know, I mean, he's played that with screw right hand side, checked the wise up to get in behind the green. You will never see a better shot than that. Now, it's so important to get these back in the right position here from John Higgins' point of view, so they'll have to use, because the pink and black looked as if they were tied up.
Okay, they must have been closer together then.
That's where they were originally, so that's not too far away. The black,
now, right?
yeah.
Important to get this right as well, because we know, Dennis, from looking at the pink and black are not in potable positions at the minute. Originally there was a gap between them, but it's very important that those two are back as good as they can be, because they don't pop.
John? Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Paul.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So let's see what happens this time. Needs a bit of good luck here. Well, how can you find the gap there?
Foul. Gonna miss.
Nah,
Mark Selby.
that
4.
is quite incredible. And 37 the difference now. And all John can do is hit and hope here. That's all he can do, and to find that gap.
Okay.
Needs a lot of luck here, and he hasn't had it.
Yes, the only hope there was to try and knock a couple of those reds safe. Okay, he's put one right onto the balk cushion, onto the top cushion here, which is going to be tricky. The one that went to the balk area isn't so bad. Two reds that are by the black spot aren't potable as they stand, so bit of work there. But of course, everything in these circumstances can become difficult.
7. Eight.
Have to play for the red that's up near the balk line there. You can see him coming around to see where he'd like to put the cue ball.
Yeah, and he'd be leaving himself an angle off that, I would think, on the brown to come off the cushion and down and try and split the two reds up. Well, he would have been, but he's hit that a bit harder than he needed to.
13.
Might have left the angle without the rest there. Yeah, certainly wanted the cue ball nearer to the side cushion so you could cue it without having to use this. I think that last shot may have stopped him doing that, Dennis. It might not be able to get on the brown now, because if you screw this back, you're going to put the cue ball near the side cushion, so you may have to have another plan now.
Yeah, because to get to those two reds from the blue, he can't. The pink's in the way. Well, he has made a pretty good job of it. I'll just try and put a line up to show you the possible
14.
shot here. That's the shot if he gets a little bit of right-hand side. Comes off the side cushion. Any contact on those reds could bring them into play.
Yeah, the one thing to guard against here, which is a bit tricky, because those reds are lower than a shot. You'd usually play the shot if you're going to enter the pack, but because it's lower, you've got to get the cue ball really close to the middle pocket here. So you've got to be careful you don't overscrew it and hit the jaws or going off.
It's so important to get enough side on it as well to create the angle to get to the two reds. So this is a key shot coming up. Right hand side. He's gone twice across the table and he's unlucky. He felt it was awkward with the middle pocket in the way, and to get twice across was even more difficult.
I have to say that was an absolutely fantastic attempt. I mean, twice across, he's hit them how you'd like to hit them. It just hasn't worked in his favour. Brilliant try. So, keep the pressure on. Play a really good safety.
Mark Selby, 18.
Yep, snooker him. That's good.
Not sure if the black's in the way. Yeah, the right side of the table, it probably is to come off that side cushion and nestle on the reds. That's why he's having to go twice across. Oh, that's not
Foul.
good.
Miss.
That's not good, John.
Mark Selby,
Yeah,
7.
he won't be having that back. He's left an angle where he can pot this and run round. See where Mark Selby's cueing there? If he can get the cue ball in that area, he can pot the black and play a cannon to flick the left-hand red out. So, can he get round the angles here for the black? He hasn't done it, but there's a chance at the pink.
Yeah, the pink is perfect. John Higgins knows that this next shot is key. He's just 11 points behind. There's the angle on the pink, so he can stun into those two reds. He could bring them both into play. Amazing. Little
7.
shake of the head. Didn't quite get enough stun on it.
I tell you what though, Dennis, he hasn't half done well whittling away against this. He was miles behind before. He's only 5 points behind now.
Mark Selby, 7.
Well, we said right back at the beginning, the word battle could be important, and it certainly has been tonight, because this has been a battle.
There's another terrific safety shot. All of these shots need a thin contact. Oh, he's missed it. This could be a free ball as well.
Miss. Free ball.
Oh, it's not only a free
John
ball,
Higgins
the
ball.
flick off the brown has left him with a pot, but of course at first it looks good, but those two reds aren't pretty.
Yeah, but if he can get on the colour off the brown, and he's trying to get over into the spot that you mentioned, and he's come up a bit short. If that runs a bit further across the table, he would have had the angle to get to the reds. He's going to have to leave a tricky one along the cushion, and would you want to be taking that on at this stage?
Yeah, any angle bar straight, eh? Where is he? Straight.
Be interesting to see his next choice of shot. Well, he has created quite a bit of angle there. Now, how does he play this? There's two ways of playing this. You can play it with a little bit of pace, get up the table. If he pots it, he can put Mark in all sorts of trouble. Do you try and drop it in and get nicely on a colour? He's 17 points in front. No, but he's trying to cover it.
John Higgins.
He played it in such a way that he tried to cover it, but I don't think he has he? Well, he's covered it, but I think he might be able to pop this off the cushion. If anybody can pull this off, it's Mark Selby.
Yeah, great knowledge of pool and the angles on the table. We've seen that this evening already, but I should get this. Now, I don't think he's got an angle, Dennis, to get back on this red. I think he's dropped in a place where he can't do it. Yellow looks like it's straight, no good. Too much angle on the blue. Unless he plays the blue and plays a cannon on the red to try and knock it out, but then you've got a bit of luck there.
What about bringing the green into play and getting the snooker?
Yeah, might be his alternative. He's looking at the brown. I'll take some cue action.
He's got so many choices here. But I think if he can bring the green into play.
Yeah, looking at this table, I think you're dead right.
Green ball. Mark Selby.
So the 16-point advantage
Thank you, John.
doesn't mean a great deal because the colours are all now available. Not quite a snooker, but boy does he need a thin edge here.
Well, that's a fabulous shot. Well played.
But you know, with Mark Selby and his knowledge, that he could quite easily hit the cushion and possibly get the snooker behind the black.
Yeah, he's just got to make sure that he gets the red thick enough that the cue ball doesn't get lost, but not too thick that it hits the black with the red. So not totally straightforward, this one. Yep, that's the problem. You hit the black.
Where is the black? It's over the pocket, but the red's not. It's not a straightforward safety shot here.
I'm just thinking, do you take this on? Big shot. I'm sure John will suss something out if he wants to play a safety, but there's nothing straightforward.
Well, if there's no safety shot on, you have to have a go at it. Well, the last place I thought he would take it on to was the middle pocket. I never thought that that was cuttable, but unlucky to hit the yellow and go into the pocket. So one good pot from Mark Selby and he could still be in this year's Masters. The defending champion has battled so hard.
Well, this is a shot you'd be setting up in practice and playing for hours in the club, but this is where it matters. Well, it's a good pot, but where he didn't want to finish was bang on the baulk cushion. Unbelievable where these things can happen. That bounces another 3 or 4 inches. It's probably game over.
No. He was trying to get all the way around the angles here, so he needs to pull out an absolute cracker here.
I tell you what though, Dennis, that is a very big second prize he's just had. I mean, you could hit that blue and finish anywhere. He's finished in a spot where if he knocks the yellow in, he's definitely going to be on the green. That wasn't the worst kiss I've ever seen.
Yeah, you're not far wrong there, John, because if he misses the blue, he's going to be over the left side of the table. Boy, the tension here at the Alexandra Palace is quite something at the moment. What a conclusion to this quarter-final. Well, everything's happening.
5.
The yellow wobbled 4 or 5 times. It's dropped in, but because of the way he potted it, he hasn't finished on the green. 7 points the difference as we show you this yellow. Well, what else are we going to see?
Look for all the world, if he potted the yellow, he had to be on the green there, but hasn't turned out that way. Yeah, good safety. Definitely got the snooker.
Last Selby 5.
Once again, not about hitting this, can you get it safe?
And it's the swerve shot. Well, it's knocked the blue awkward, it's knocked the pink awkward, but the pink is not absolutely safe, and he's got a chance here of the green, but I think the blue come to John's rescue there.
Yeah, that's a massive bonus. Have to be some shot. I mean, the green under the circumstances is a good shot anyway, but to get position bang on the brown to flick the blue out, asking a lot.
Overcut it. Oh, is he going to be hampered? Well, the green won't pass the brown. There you see it.
He's going to play the slow roll behind the brown. No, he's not.
Yeah. I don't blame him at this stage. A little bit of twitching going on to play that shot.
Yeah, what was I thinking of?
That is a good shot. Not the best shot that John's ever played. And it's all about the brown. I fancy him to pot the green, but how is he going to finish on the brown? That's the question.
Yeah, where this is finished, he'll do well to get on the brown.
Well, he has, and if it pulls up, he's got an angle to move the blue.
I mean, that was just a brilliant shot. I don't know whether he can move the blue, but that was a brilliantly controlled shot on the green.
Well, have a look at the scoreboard. If he pots the brown, it's 5 frames all. It's 69 points each. You can't get any closer than that. What a quarter-final. Just over 4 hours of fascinating snooker from these two great players. Is he looking at leaving a double? Well, there's all sorts of things he could do. He obviously hasn't got the angle to cannon the blue out.
Yeah, it's in a really awkward spot for removing that blue. He's having a look. Is he looking at the back double?
If he's playing that, he's looking at the back double and playing the white up and down the table to get on the pink, because when he pots this, the situation is both players need blue and pink.
Seven.
Well, he won't be playing the back double now. Cross double maybe, but I don't think so. He's surely going to play safe.
He's looking at it, and see, there's he's pointing the cue. He's looking at doubling that and screwing off the baulk cushion to get over behind the pink. What a shot this would be to pull off. If he pulls this off, it'll bring the house down. This to keep himself in this year's Masters. Is he on the pink? What a shot he's played there.
12.
Oh my goodness, what a shot that was. Now, Dennis, do you play this pink in the middle pocket? What a shot on the blue.
I fancy the top pocket as we see the white come round. He's looking at the angle to the middle pocket. He's looking at the angle to the corner. He's going for the middle. Here we go. Absolutely amazing. The defending champion, Mark Selby, just wouldn't give up. He was 5-3 down. He's batted his way back, and he's won 3 frames in a row. And what a finish. Mark Selby still in this year's Masters. He beats John Higgins 6 frames to 5.
Thanks